Nation from TV23 Studios in Sublette. This is High Plains Today.
Hi, everybody. Happy Thursday. You know what? It's March 1st, 2018. Welcome to High Plains Today here on TV23. You know what? It's going to be an interesting show, so you need to scooch up close and listen in. We're going to be talking with some representatives from the Kansas Soldiers Home in Fort Dodge. Ron Freese, he is the clinical director, and Janet Cato, she's one of the social workers up there. We're going to talk about all the things that they offer to veterans and eligible dependents. So stay tuned for that. In the meantime, let's see what's happening. Construction on U.S. Highway 54, or Pancake Avenue, at the Clay Street intersection in Liberal is scheduled to begin on Monday, March 5th. Now, Clay Street will be completely closed off at the intersection, and there won't be any traffic being able to cross Pancake from Clay. Now, Pancake Avenue will remain open during construction, but will be reduced to 2 lanes of traffic through construction. Access on the north and south sides of the intersection will be available with minimal disturbance throughout. Now, businesses along Pancake Avenue will have different access points throughout the construction. Construction is tentatively scheduled to be completed by the end of July. And grading and resurfacing to realign Haskell County CC north of US 56 begins today. County Road CC will remain closed during the project. APAC Shears of Hutchinson is the contractor on the project, which is expected to be completed next month, weather permitting, and that would be over west of Satana. Well, parents say they had no clue a threat was made at their child's school until 5 days after it happened. A 14-year-old is accused of making a threat against Hayes High School. The student was removed from the high school by police and taken in for questioning. Now, the student is now in the care of the Department for Children and Families. The superintendent issued an apology for not telling parents sooner. The Holcomb City Council yesterday, they appointed Nicole Faulkner to a vacant position on the council. The council approved Faulkner unanimously, and she will fill the position previously held by Brian Rupp, who became mayor following Gary Newman's departure. Faulkner is an agent for her own business, Nicole Faulkner Insurance, a Midwest regional agency, which is an independent insurance agency in Garden City. Now, Faulkner's position on the council will expire in November of 2019 when the elections will be held for the council, but she will hold the position until they take over in January of 2020. In an effort to help prospective parents find hospitals that deliver quality, affordable maternity care, Blue Cross and Blue Shield of Kansas announced Southwest Medical Center in Liberal has been redesignated as a Blue Distinction Center Plus for maternity care. Blue Distinction Centers are nationally designated hospitals that show expertise in delivering improved patient safety and better health outcomes based on objective measures that were developed with input from the medical community. The Blue Distinction Centers for Maternity Care program evaluates hospitals on quality measures for vaginal and cesarean delivery. To receive a Distinction Centers Plus for maternity care designation, a hospital must also meet requirements for cost efficiency. A bill introduced in Topeka would change the way juvenile sex offenders are treated by the state. The bill would require juvenile offenders convicted of violent acts to register on the public registry. The bill says offenders who are convicted of lesser crimes would not be subject to the new law. Now, the push for the law came after a Newton mother and daughter were killed in their home last year. Alyssa Runyon and her daughter, Zaylin Paz, were murdered by Keith Hawkins, who was convicted of aggravated indecent liberties with a child when he was only 12 years old. The bill will go through another hearing next week. And the Kansas Meals on Wheels program appealed to a House committee yesterday for $200,000 increase in state aid to provide an additional 250,000 meals to annually to seniors. The level of state financing to the program providing 3 million meals has remained unchanged for nearly a decade. A 5% increase would be the equivalent of 260,000 meals. The program receives $3.9 million from the state and $7.3 million from the federal government. Local agencies contribute $6.8 million to Meals on Wheels. And you know what? Here's a congratulations to the Satana Junior High Quiz Bowl team. They finished in second place in Moscow. Good on you guys. And this is good. The Hodgman County Sheriff's Office posted this yesterday. Just a little bit of humor from them. This takes disabled vehicles on the roadway to a whole new level. They would have to say it is for sure broke down. If anyone recognizes this vehicle or knows who did this, please contact the Hodgman County Sheriff's Office. They would like to return this vehicle to the rightful owner. All right, that's a look at some of the stuff that's happening out there. You know what? We're going to warm up, but we got critical fire danger coming back this way. Be back with the weather right after this.
You're watching High Plains Today on TV 23 with host Chris Jewell. TV 23's internet service and 4G live streaming provided by United Wireless. Coverage you deserve. Service you expect. United Wireless.
When you have credit card debt, the debt suckers, high rate and high pay, never leave you alone.
Debt is really sucking the life out of them.
Yes, they look like death, warmed over.
He's picking up the phone, probably calling his uncle to borrow money.
Thank you for calling Consolidated Credit.
Oh, no, not Consolidated Credit.
With one call, they can lower their credit card rates
And consolidate their bills into one low payment.
They'll pay off their debt in no time. Put down the phone.
Put down the phone. Order a pizza.
With extra red sauce. That Consolidated Credit makes it too quick and easy to get rid of us.
Thanks to Consolidated Credit, there can be life after that.
Call Consolidated Credit now and get your life back.
Because debt sucks.
Call 1-800-357-5733. 800-357-5733. That's 800-357-5733. Call now.
Are you getting the most out of your Medicare plan? Are you sure? Many people with Medicare are eligible for plans that include extra benefits in addition to those found in original Medicare. Benefits like dental, vision, and prescription drug coverage. Call now to see if you're eligible to enroll. The consultation is free with no obligation to enroll. In addition to hospital and medical coverage, at no extra cost, you could also get coverage for prescription drugs, dental, hearing, vision, and more. In many areas, plans with benefits are available with $0 copays for many services, $0 monthly premiums, or $0 deductibles. That's hospital, medical, prescription drug, dental coverage, and more included in one plan with premiums that may be as low as $0 a month. Call now to see if you're eligible to enroll. The consultation is free and there's no obligation to enroll.
Call 1-800-521-3583. That's 1-800-521-3583.
Now, the local weather forecast for the High Plains.
All right, looking off to the northeast. We're looking over metropolitan Sublette today. No clouds, lots of blue sky. If you watched yesterday, you would swear this is the same picture from yesterday, but trust me, it's not. Let's take a look at the readings here at the station right now. 44 degrees. We're in that midweek cool down. Don't worry, warmer temperatures coming back. Relative humidity a little lower than it was yesterday, 34%. We were up in the 70s yesterday. Winds are out of the east-northeast at 5. Barometric pressure is holding steady. As we look at the current temperatures around the viewing area, everybody is in the 40s except you get over Medicine Lodge. It'd be the hot spot today so far at 52. Now, everybody's dew points are pretty close, so everybody's pretty much around that 30 to 40%. That doesn't mean that there's no chance for wildfires, and with winds going to be picking up later in the week, that chance is going to elevate. Right now, though, pretty pleasant out there, even for being for 44. Boy, if I could talk today, it'd be good. 44 degrees, not a lot of wind, but there is a lot of easterly, northeasterly wind. They're going to shift around. You can see already out in Elkhart, the winds have gone to the southeast. Looking at the highs and lows as recorded at the Garden City Regional Airport, we got to 52 yesterday, 84. Now that ties a record back in 1972 and in 06. 22 slapped you in the face yesterday morning when you walked out. That's better than -9 back in 1962. Yep, you guessed it. Nothing new in the bucket. All right, here's what we've got in store for you today. This is pretty much carbon copy of yesterday. Winds are going to be out of the north at 14. As it starts to warm up, that warm front starts to come in tomorrow. Winds are going to go to the south-southeast. We're going to have a high of 55. Tonight, going to be fairly pleasant. 30 for the overnight low. Winds are going to stay out of the south-southeast at 16. Then tomorrow, yeah, here comes the warm-up. But with that warm-up of 70 and all that warm air coming back this way, we could have wind gusts up close to 30. Tomorrow night, with all that warm wind and stuff, though, the winds are going to still keep blowing, but it's not going to cool off so much. 39 overnight, winds out of the south into the mid-20s. Now, as we look at the 7-day, you can see, yeah, there's just, again, a lot of sunshine on there. Going to be kind of breezy on Monday as we go back into the work week. A lot of 50s seasonal temperatures next week. 75 on Saturday and Sunday, but it's going to be breezy, so be careful on the critical fire dangers. All right, now let's check with our good friends at the National Weather Service in Dodge City. Let's see where Jeff Hutton is going to be. Today, he's going to be in Waukene at the 4-H building. And then next week, starting off, he's going to be at the Montezuma Senior Center, Ulysses at the Grant County Fairgrounds. Then he's got 2 shows. I shouldn't call them shows. But on the 7th next week, 3 o'clock and 7 o'clock, he'll be at the Garden City Fairgrounds. And then on March 8th, he'll be way out to Syracuse at the high school out there. Remember, that one says 6:30. That would be Mountain Standard Time. That is a look at the weather. Stick around, because we're going to be back with Ron and Janet right after this.
Take your internet by the reins. Pioneer Communications offers blazing fast speeds up to 50 meg. Make slow internet a thing of the past and sign up for faster internet today. Pioneer Communications, your community connected.
College is great, but before you enroll, which do you think is a better way to earn your degree? Live on campus in a dorm where you can't sleep, with a roommate you can't stand, attend lectures that you can't hear, with cafeteria food that you can't eat, or learn online at Independence University. On the porch with your puppy, in the kitchen with your kitten, on your bed with your bunny, your campus is wherever you want it to be. Heck, you could earn your degree while wearing your PJs or while eating BLT with your baby, because you don't go to college. College goes to you. Complete your courses around your schedule. That's Independence. That's Independence University. No alarm clocks, no snoring roommate, no loud parties keeping you up all night, no note on your door telling you to sleep somewhere else. Instead, learn online at Independence University. Get your degree, but keep your life. And you'll also get a laptop and tablet to use in school, and you can keep them when you graduate. Learn online from professional instructors with real work experience. You get professional support in school and employment assistance when you graduate. Independence U, for an independent you.
1-800-234-3025.
40 million. That's the number of free phones still available and the number of how many Americans can still get prescriptions free.
Free could be wonderful.
That's why I'm still working at 77 years old to pay off my prescriptions.
I needed to have a prescription filled, and I had to leave because I couldn't afford it.
Call now and see what's available for you. Free prescriptions. Over 10 million people get prescriptions free, and the program has expanded, so another 40 million can. Free dental. Over 15,000 dentists have provided over $330 million in free dental work. Free cell phones. 40 million free cell phones are still available with free minutes and more.
Free cell phone would change my life right now because it is something I cannot afford to get.
Medical supplies like back braces, knee braces, and diabetic supplies may be covered too. The free RX Plus hotline has saved callers over $12 million on their prescription costs. These free programs are now available to 40 million more people. Call now.
When you have credit card debt, the debt suckers, high rate and high pay, never leave you alone.
Debt is really sucking the life out of them. He's picking up the phone.
Oh, no, not Consolidated Credit.
With one call, they can lower their credit card rates.
And consolidate their bills into one low payment.
They'll pay off their debt in no time.
Call Consolidated Credit now.
Because debt sucks.
Call 1-800-380-8565. That's 800-380-8565. Call now.
All in the initials, right?
Right.
Hey, welcome back. I'm joined in studio today by Ron Freese. He is the clinical director And Janet Cato, she is one of the social workers. You are both with the Kansas Soldiers Home, Fort Dodge, Kansas.
Yes, sir.
Like 5 miles from Dodge City, right?
Correct.
Yes, sir.
Okay. All right. Give me a little, okay, so Fort Dodge, people drive by there and go, oh, yeah, there's a sign, and there's a cemetery.
Right.
But you got a lot more going on in Fort Dodge than just driving by and seeing some old buildings and a cemetery, right?
Absolutely. We currently have almost 100 residents there in different levels of care, from independent living to skilled nursing.
All right. Okay, so now let's talk about that, because Fort Dodge being the Kansas Soldiers Home, this is run by the Kansas Commission of Veterans Affairs Office.
Yes, sir.
Okay, I got the O on there that time. But anyway, and I did not realize there are 2 soldiers' homes in the state of Kansas, right?
Yes.
All right. So you guys have services and programs available to veterans and eligible dependents?
Correct.
Okay. So what kind of services do you guys offer?
Well, we have everything from, as I said, skilled nursing facility on the fort that's Medicare and Medicaid certified. The VA also has a unit designated on the fort that's domiciliary care, which is basically assisted living. And then we have independent cottages where people, can enjoy their independence for as long as they can and take care of themselves and cook their own meals. We provide meals in the cottages. We provide all the same services there that we would in the domiciliary unit. We just like to maintain that level of independence for elderly adults as long as possible.
All right. So if somebody, Janet, is living in the cottages, start to get a little older, start to go downhill or whatever, then they can move to different services? Is that how that works?
Yeah, they can let's say they start at cottages, which is an independent living, and they have a stroke or a minor medical issue. They can either, depending on their medical care, they can go to the domiciliary, which is assisted living, or they can actually go into our long-term care facility. And let's say they go to long-term care and now they're doing great with our physical therapy, occupational and speech. They can actually go back to the cottage if they choose to, and if they're able to meet the criteria for living by themselves again.
So if you have something happen and you make a major comeback,
right? Yeah,
it's like, I'm out of here. I'm back to being it.
And
Leave me alone.
Right. Sure. And you're all on the same campus. They don't
So
have.
everything is right there.
Everything is right there.
All right. Now, the services that are available to them, you're talking about meals and stuff, but
sure.
Nursing, all that same stuff?
Nursing, skilled nursing. We help with medication management. We can assist with cleaning in cottages. We perform the majority of cleaning in domiciliary and all of the cleaning in the skilled nursing facility. Laundry services. We have a variety of activities. I think we probably have the most active skilled nursing facility in Southwest Kansas. We go to concerts and rodeos and all the events that we can think of to go to. We take trips to the zoo. Sometimes we take trips to Wichita.
Yeah, and it's no cost to the residents.
Right.
I mean, it's something. It's part of the living there, and it can be cottages, domicile, or even long-term care.
Right.
It doesn't have to be a long-term care resident to attend these activities.
All right. Now, so who's eligible? I mean, what kind of requirements make you eligible to move into the? Obviously, you have to have been in the military.
Sure. And veterans that have active federal service with the United States qualify as long as they have something besides a dishonorable discharge. And then spouses of veterans also qualify, which seems to be a secret. If many people in the community think that if their father was a veteran, but he's now passed, then mom's not eligible to go to the Kansas Soldiers Home. That's just not the truth.
Wrong.
Right.
You can drive on out to Fort Dodge and go, my father was a veteran. We'd like to see about putting my mother in, or vice versa. If mom was a veteran and
dad wasn't, right?
Yeah,
right.
Absolutely.
Okay.
We get them all the time. We take residents primarily in the state of Kansas, but we certainly take applications from Oklahoma, Colorado, Nebraska, Missouri. We've even accepted a resident from Florida.
That's what Janet was saying.
Yeah.
You got a resident that lives out at Fort Dodge. That's from Florida.
Yes. Yeah.
Wow. So it's just basically U.S. military service then.
Correct.
Right.
National Guard members and reservists who have qualified active federal service. They were called to active duty by the United States.
Yeah.
They qualify. The big form to remember is the DD-214. That's the document that qualifies you for military service.
Right.
DD-214. How governmentish does that sound?
Well, and they have to have an honorable discharge.
Okay,
Correct.
right.
Right.
All right.
For
But
that,
I would think with all the conflicts and everything that have been going on around the world lately, that National Guard and reservists, there would be quite a few of those people that are eligible now,
They're
right?
called to active service on a very regular basis these days. We have residents from the most recent Gulf Wars and Afghanistan, all the way back to World War II. We still have a couple of World War II veterans still living with us.
Ooh, wow. I bet
Yeah.
they can tell you some stories.
They have
And they
a
do.
lot of very interesting stories.
All right, now, and you have some other stuff. We were talking before we went on the air, say that if you were injured or wounded or anything like that in the line of duty, or if it affects something to that, you guys have programs for that also, right? Eligibility programs?
Right. The Veterans Administration has something called Service Connection, and when you're injured on active duty and they deem that you have a service connection disability for that, then they compensate you monthly for the rest of your life. If you were to come into the skilled nursing facility and that service-connected disability is the primary reason that you're coming into the skilled nursing facility, then you have no cost.
Oh.
Right. The VA
That's a
pays the
bonus.
whole bill. Right.
Okay.
Veterans that are service-connected at 70% or higher, their bill is free. And veterans that come in under that 70% mark that come in with that primary service connection as their means for admission to the nursing facility are paid for by the VA.
All right. Now, you talk about, you have all this nursing right there, and you guys are a whole 5 miles from Dodge City. But as far as healthcare and those types of things, if they have to go see a doctor or something like that, then how do you take care of that?
We have a medical director, a doctor who's on staff with us 24/7. He comes to visit the facility, or his nurse practitioner comes to visit the facility twice a week to see residents. You can see him in his office. You can select a doctor that's in the community. You can still select at times for a doctor in the VA to see you also. It's just depending on what the circumstances are.
Okay, so when you say a doctor in the VA, does that mean that it's going to be one from the VA hospital, say in Wichita or something like that?
Correct. We're serviced by the Wichita VA Regional Medical Center, and veterans that wish to get their health care through there have to follow through a process to get their services there, but they can still be seen by doctors there on occasion, specialists mostly.
All right, so do they have to arrange to get from Fort Dodge to Wichita? Do they arrange for that?
No, we arrange all of that. We arrange the appointments, we arrange the transportation, meals, everything that you need.
For any appointment that they have to go to, we do all
Right.
the transportation.
You guys are a one-stop shop.
We
We
are.
really
You
are.
cover everything. I mean, because you were talking, Jen, you have physical therapy, you have occupational therapy, you have speech therapy. I mean, anything that anybody would need or want at the Soldiers Home, provided you're a vet or an eligible dependent,
Correct.
Right.
you have it.
Right.
Yes.
Exactly.
Wow. Okay, and we were talking now, Fort Dodge, Ron, you were saying that the government deeded the fort back to the state of Kansas in
1889 is when they deeded it back. It was an active military fort, cavalry fort, from 1865 to about 1882. And then in 1889, the federal government deeded it to the state of Kansas, and the state of Kansas turned it into a veterans home in 1890. And we started
It's been there a while.
we started receiving veterans into that home in 1890, and we've been active ever since.
I didn't know that.
Yeah,
That's
it's amazing.
That's 150 some years.
We had our 150th celebration in 2005 or 2015.
All right, so we're talking 153 years.
Yeah.
Anybody out there know that? And it doesn't count if you work there, Chrissy, or any of the residents, right?
Right.
That's interesting. Okay. Ron, Janet, thanks for coming by today. This was
Thank you.
really interesting.
Thank you for having
And
us.
you want any more information, you can get on their webpage. You can call them. You can talk to them. You can go by. In fact, Janet's showing the place around to somebody tomorrow that's going to be thinking about moving in, right?
That's correct.
All
I
right.
am.
Ron, Janet, thanks for coming by.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
All right, stick around. I'll be back with some more right after this.
College is great, but before you enroll, which do you think is a better way to earn your degree? Live on campus in a dorm where you can't sleep, with a roommate you can't stand, attend lectures that you can't hear, with cafeteria food that you can't eat, or learn online at Independence University. On the porch with your puppy, in the kitchen with your kitten, on your bed with your bunny, your campus is wherever you want it to be. That's Independence University. And you'll also get a laptop and tablet to use in school, and you can keep them when you graduate.
1-800-274-8142.
When you have credit card debt, the debt suckers, high rate and high pay, never leave you alone.
Debt is really sucking the life out of them.
Yes, they look like death, warmed over.
He's picking up the phone, probably calling his uncle to borrow money.
Thank you for calling Consolidated Credit.
Oh, no, not Consolidated Credit.
With one call, they can lower their credit card rates
and consolidate their bills into one low payment.
They'll pay off their debt in no time. Put down the phone. Put down the phone.
Order a pizza
with extra red sauce. That Consolidated Credit makes it too quick and easy to get rid of us.
Thanks to Consolidated Credit, there can be life after death.
Call Consolidated Credit now and get your life back.
Because debt sucks.
Call 1-800-357-5733. 800-357-5733. That's 800-357-5733. Call now.
You want to feel connected, informed, included, inspired. So when important things happen, we're here. Your local TV and radio broadcasters. America's #1 source for news, weather, and information. On every screen in your life. We are broadcasters. Always here for you. Wherever here may be. Text TV to 52886. Tell Washington local stations matter.
Or Dodge Soldiers Home. Check them out. Interesting deal. Garden City High School girls, you know what? Their bowling team is set to defend their state title. They won it last year. And that baby gets underway this afternoon. Class 6A state tournament at Wichita's North Rock Lanes. Now, the Buff's strongest competition is going to come from Hayesville campus. They defeated them last year for the state title in the very last game. All right, let's take a last look at our weather. It's 45 degrees. Hey, it warmed up 1 degree. Relative humidity, 32%. Winds are pretty calm, pretty enjoyable out there today. I don't know if you want to play golf or not. Barometric pressure is holding steady. Looking at the 7-day. Yep, the weekend. The warm-up starts tomorrow, but it's going to be breezy. 75s on Saturday and Sunday, but a lot of wind. So, hey, we're going to interview Mark Hutton tomorrow, so tune in. See you then.
Keep up to date with the latest information from TV23 on our Facebook page, KDGL TV.
Selfless service is the principle that guides Army National Guard soldiers to be ready whenever disaster strikes. They have a stake in the well-being of the neighborhoods where they live and work. They train part-time to be ready to serve at all times. Selfless service. It's what inspires the men and women of the Army National Guard to be part of something greater than themselves. Visit NationalGuard.com to learn more.
When you have credit card debt, the debt suckers, high rate and high pay, never leave you alone.
Debt is really sucking the life out of them.
Yes, they look like death, warmed over.
He's picking up the phone, probably calling his uncle to borrow money.
Thank you for calling Consolidated Credit.
Oh, no, not Consolidated Credit.
With one call, they can lower their credit card rates
and consolidate their bills into one low payment.
They'll pay off their debt in no time. Put down the phone. Put down the phone.
Order a pizza
with extra red sauce. That Consolidated Credit makes it too quick and easy to get rid of us.
Thanks to Consolidated Credit, there can be life after death.
Call Consolidated Credit now and get your life back.
Because debt sucks.
Call 1-800-357-5733. 800-357-5733. That's 800-357-5733. Call now.
College is great, but before you enroll, which do you think is a better way to earn your degree? Live on campus in a dorm where you can't sleep, with a roommate you can't stand, attend lectures that you can't hear, with cafeteria food that you can't eat, or learn online at Independence University. On the porch with your puppy, in the kitchen with your kitten, on your bed with your bunny, your campus is wherever you want it to be. That's Independence University. And you'll also get a laptop and tablet to use in school, and you can keep them when you graduate.
1-800-274-8142.
Of TV23's Internet, provided by SWKO Wireless Internet. Covering the High Plains with news, weather, and information. From TV23 Studios in Sublette.